Take a deep breath in and out and find your feet and heel to toe. And just deciding, like I'm deciding to take off my sock. What is best for your body here? Are you going to want a chair? I'm going to have to hold on to a chair to take off my sock. And are you going to want a chair? Are you going to want a table? Are you needing something other than what we started? You may want a chair. I meant to ask you that to see how many people are on chairs, on beds today, whatever, on couches. But since we haven't done that, we're just going to have it all available. So inhale up, deep breath in, hearts of gratitude. And I listened to the story of the chair being sold and who, picked it up, and also the story of the delivery. And I was listening and I was seeing that, being able to see it and experience it like your own experience. And then in the meditation, I could see all of what that meditation was guiding me on. And it filled my heart with that gratitude. And we've been studying in how to do heart-brain coherence. So go back to the heart of gratitude, heart-brain coherence. The new human, the multidimensional human, is really living in gratitude, living in the moment. Now, the roller coaster of who we are from growing up in the old human and in 3D density instead of 5D is still there and comes forward. And then we let it go, or we heal it. It comes forward. And so in this prayer today, in this prayer session, which is body prayer, it's embodiment. It's embodying, it's the physical aspect of ourselves. So we have the physical, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, relational. And, we spent some time in the relational aspect of ourselves, and we have a list of words for what is the multidimensional human. So now you're imagining your heart full of gratitude. That's a fifth dimensional ability. And then imagine that heart full of gratitude, like the meditation said, filling your body. That's a fifth dimensional understanding. That is a multidimensional human understanding. Being able to visualize, and the sensory perceptions, there are thousands of them. We've been working with imagination, inspiration, intuition, and integration. And that imagination piece is expanding our imagination to know that what's going on in our imagination is important to note, and that we can be expansive there. So inhale your hands down and up, and a little tiny back bend. That's an inhale. Exhale, swan dive down. Now imagine as you're doing this dance of yoga, straight legs, flat back, look up. Exhale down. Inhale up and back. You can do this seated on a chair, and back to hands at the heart. Today we're going to work with both the sun salutation. It's the dance of yoga. It's the dance of the sun salutation done all over the world. And it's also the dance of the warrior, the dancing warrior meditation. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn not straight forward to you on the screen. I'm turning to the side. I've got my blocks here, which are my hands. And you may want to do this at a chair. So when I put my hands down on the floor, you may want to have a chair right there, and you're going to step one foot back. Then you're going to step the other foot back. So you're going to maybe use the chair. I know that you've all done enough yoga to be able to adapt it to your body and what it needs. So here we go. Inhale down and up and back. Hearts full of gratitude the whole body shimmering with the light of gratitude, and down, straight legs, inhale, and flat back, look up, exhale down, inhale up, that's half sun salutation, and to the heart. Then again, inhale down and up and back. Imagine shining that light and it touches all of us, each of us, straight legs, flat back, look up. Exhale down. This time, put your hands on the floor or blocks or the chair and step your right foot back. Now, if this doesn't work for you, then put your knee down on the floor. And maybe you'll work holding onto a chair or a table. Then step the left foot back to meet it, and you're in the plank for a moment. You don't have to do the plank. You can always do downward dog. We're just going to come up to downward dog. Heel walk with downward dog, the dance of the backs of the legs, with gratitude in your heart, the shimmering light of gratitude all the way through your body, holding that meditation, holding that understanding of your multidimensional self that can see the light. Then down to your knees and back into child. You can widen the knees for child. And if you need to sit down on the chair, then that's what you do. You sit down on the chair and you fold on the chair. Or your knees are wide when you do this. And you just breathe into the lower back. Again, this is a dance. It's fluid. This is vinyasa yoga, basically. And then up into upward dog. But if this doesn't work for you, come down on your elbows into Sphinx. And if it doesn't work for you on the chair or the wall, you can do this on the wall or the chair. Then tuck the toes or come back to your knees first. And you're coming up into downward dog. Then you look at the left foot and you want to bring that through the hands. And you can step it through and take your other hand and walk it up there. Or you can come down on your knee and step through. And you can be on the edge of your toe there. So you're in you're in the lunge. From here, we're going to come forward and we bring ourselves forward, stepping forward. I know it can be a challenge. You can bring your elbows right to the elbows to the knees. And I'm going to show this whole thing to you on the chair. Oh, I forgot. And you come up and back and down. But let's do it on the chair so you see what it looks like. Inhale up and back and swan dive down, bend the knees, straight legs, flat back, look up. Exhale down, hands on the chair, step your right foot back. Step the left foot back to meet it. Down to the knees, back into child. Or you turn around and sit on the chair. Up to upward dog, and you're on the chair, so you're just, it's not as big of a back bend. Upward dog, downward dog. Now, downward dog, you may have to have one foot come up and bring yourself up. Downward dog. Heel walk. Then look at that back, that left foot, and you can bring it up and you're down into the lunge here. The next breath brings you forward, straight legs, flat back, look up. Your hands are on the chair, come down, and then arms come up and back into your heart. Okay, so let's try that again. We'll do it on this side so that the chair is there. So this is the sun salutation, and we haven't done it in a super long time. We just haven't done the whole thing. So here we go. Inhale down and up and back, and you can do it seated on the chair too. Swan dive down, bend the knees, straight legs, flat back, look up. Shine your light and down, hands to the floor, the blocks or the chair, and step your right foot back. Step the left foot back to meet it. You're in plank for a moment. You can always be down on your knees and be in plank. You're going to come down to your knees and back into the child, or you can sit on a chair and fold over. Inhale up. And you're up into upward dog. You can also not go here. You can stay in hands and knees and just do a few cat-cows. Tuck the toes behind you. You're up. Little bit of a heel walk. Then look at that left foot. You're going to bring it through your hands. Now, for some of you, that means coming down onto your knees. Others of you can bring it forward and come into the lunge. Finally, again, we're going to bring our feet together, but some of you will want to come down to your knees. You push off, and then your hands, your feet are together, then straight legs, flat back, look up. Exhale down, inhale up and back. I know it's a workout today. Now, how do you add the Dancing Warrior series? The Dancing Warrior series gets added into this series. So first, ground into your feet and take a breath. With that sigh, open the throat. Inhale the arms up. So here we go. This is to add the Dancing Warrior series. You're going to see how it works. You may need to have your hands on a chair or a table or the wall. So you want to have all the different things available. And then we haven't done this in a very long time, so you're relearning it, or for some of you, it may be for the first time. Inhale down and up and back. Swan dive down, bend the knees and take in that swan energy. Grace, the beauty of that white color, straight legs, flat back, look up. Exhale down, hands to the floor, the chair, or the wall, and step your right foot back. Step the left foot back to meet it, and you're in plank just for a moment. Then knees come down, and you're in child. Inhale up into upward dog, to downward dog. Look at that left foot, step it forward. And here is where we move into the warrior postures. You turn the right foot slightly to the side and you bring yourself up. Again, you may have needed a chair instead of, the floor. I really like my, push-up bars here. So here we are, Virabhadrasana 1. That place within us. And this is where we work with, the old human was separated into male, female. The new one is mother, father. It's male, female, all within the same. It's just a different way of kind of looking at it as we balance what has become unbalanced. So Virabhadrasana 1, I stand in my power and my courage to change. My power, my courage, my intuition, my inspiration. And then, and then straighten the front leg, arms come behind me, and I'm still remain humble. Look down at the knee, your hands come down on the leg to the floor or to the chair. Great stretch on the chair. Hands on the chair or a wall or a table. Again, you can do all sorts of things to adapt to your body. That's where the intuition comes in. Then bend the knee and you're back up. Virabhadrasana 1 to Virabhadrasana 2. This is Warrior 2, where we've played a lot with what does this mean? And that whole understanding of the new human is that there is really, time is continuous. We are part of a time, a fabric of time space, you might say, the quantum field. Past, present, and future all exist at the same time. And that past and future somehow in our old way of our brains working is lessons of the past and visions of the future. So visualize the new earth. Some of you mentioned on Monday, I can't see that new earth. I need to see it more. What does the new earth look like? What does that mean? And then look up. You are the sky. Take it in. You are the sky. Everything else is the weather. You are the ocean. Everything else is the wave. The waves come in and out and you navigate the waves. The weather comes in and out and you navigate the weather. and it's metaphorical. Then left hand down, right arm up, or your elbow, or your hand on the floor, or on a chair. Remember, the chair is there. You don't have to go all the way down. And then back up. And back to Virabhadrasana 1. And I'm going to turn all the way around so I face you into Warrior Goddess. So Warrior Goddess. And if this doesn't work for you with your arms, just hands at the waist. How are you going to use your intuition to apply this yoga practice? Open heart. Where's that light? That light, how's it filling your body? Can you see it shimmer around your body? Use your imagination. These hands, imagine light shooting out of each one of those fingers. And then sa, 5-pointed star to the other side. The other side. So you're just, let's see, what did I do? Left foot back. No, yes, other side. I usually go this direction, so I confused myself a little bit because I was doing the chair. So here we go. Other side. Other side. And then here. No. I'm sorry, I got a little confused. I haven't done this in a while. Straighten the front leg. Look down at the leg. Hands on your leg, hands down all the way to the floor. Right. Then bend the knee and you're up. And Warrior 2. What is this thing about time? Multidimensional time. Then look up. Inhale, exhale, down, hand, elbow, however it is for you, hand on the chair. And then bring it up. Powerful. Today, for a balancing posture, we'll put this in here before we come to the end of the sun salutation, is we come up onto our toe. Again, hands can be at your waist, hands can be at your heart. And you go onto that right foot or and you just lift off. Keep looking down, 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 down. Focus, balance, or just keep your toe there or hold on to a wall or a chair. And then back, and then step forward, come back on the other side, just a moment in time, either up onto your toe, the back toe, or the right toe is there, and then you focus. Again, your hands can be at your heart or at your waist. I could put mine at my heart. Keep looking, following down to the floor, toe points down, heel points up, and you can always hold on to a chair. And you can always hold onto the wall. And then back. Then a little inhale back. Exhale. Inhale back. Exhale, swan dive down. Bring your feet together. Straight legs, flat back, look up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And back. And to the heart. Now that was a little rough because it was the first time through for me after a long time, and I'm also trying to explain and teach you. So now we're going to separate the two again before we come back to the floor. Inhale down and up and back. Swan, dive down, bend the knees. Straight legs, flat back, look up. Exhale down, inhale up. That's half sun salutation. Full sun salutation. Here we go. Now remember, you'll use the chair if you need to. Inhale down and up and back. Hearts full of light and love and gratitude. Swan dive down, straight legs, flat back, look up. Hands come down, step the right foot back. And you keep wiggling it back to until you recognize what's right for you. since we haven't done this, this is the lunge. You might need your knee down on the floor. You might need to hold on to a chair. Surrender to, we're all different ages. We've had all different journeys in this physical body. The wisdom is there. Your intuition has to guide you. Then step the feet back, and then you're in plank for a moment. But remember, you could be down on your knees, and you can also be down on your elbows if you had to, and you also could be holding onto a chair. Then from plank to downward dog. So you're just pushing into downward dog, heel walk, then down to the knees and back into child. Again, you could be sitting on a chair, just folding over. Taking a breath. It's a powerful practice. Then up into upward dog. And if that doesn't work for you, just go to hands and knees and do some cat-cows. Tuck the toes behind you. Again, you're in downward dog. This time you're going to come into the lunge on the opposite side. So you look at that left leg. You might need to bring your hands, down to your knees and just take your hand and move that left leg up. Or you might be able to stand up, reach it up into the air and swing it forward partway, then take your left hand and bring it forward. From here, we step feet together. Half, straight legs, flat back, look up, exhale down, inhale up and back into the heart. Now shake it out. It's a powerful time. We did a powerful practice. And I see it's already 10 of, so we're going to come down to the floor instead of doing the Dancing Warrior series again. So then it's a matter of drop the chin to the chest, come down to the floor. Wait. And step yourself back. Again, powerful practice today, down to the knees and back into child. So you can widen those legs out, come down to the elbows. You can come into puppy stretch by walking forward, right? Your knees can be together or apart, and that you can get that nice curve in the spine. Or you can just fold into that child position if it works for you. And you can always sit on a chair and fold over. Forehead on a block or on the floor. Again, you're choosing and you're using that intuitive sense. It's a sensory perception that is part of the multidimensional human. I mean, think of where we've come in the terms of sensory perceptions. From 5 to 12 to 15, 16. And then if you study it and you look it up, you're going to see that there's 20, 50, 60, 100. You'll see that the sensory perceptions of the multidimensional human are one, some of them you'll relate to and some of them you won't. Then up onto our hands and knees and cat-cow. So just move the spine. Inhale one direction, exhale the other. And then bring yourself onto your back. So you've come around and pull the knees in. Take a deep breath in and out. You might hear me always do this naturally and sometimes forget to say it out loud, but take a deep breath in and yes, and honor that whatever you did with that practice as you are relearning the sun salutation, that is a next step that we're going to take as we come into the new year. And the other direction. So I encourage you to keep open the study of imagination, inspiration, intuition, and integration, because those 4 words encompass many more sensory perceptions, and they are the sensory perceptions of the multidimensional human. Then pull the knees in and straight and open the legs wide and just feel the inner stretch there. Roll the ankles. Then bring the feet flat on the floor, and you'll feel that release of those inner thighs when you do, and drop the knees side to side. Now, thinking of the various ways you can do a spinal twist on the floor. We know you can just drop your knees over to the side. We know you can take a block and you can do a restorative practice with the block between your knees and a block behind your back, or one or the other or both. You can bring the knees on top of each other. Head always turns opposite. You want your shoulders to be flat on the floor. And you can also then cross the left leg over the right if you're following with my direction, and you can use a block or not, and you can pull that right side down to the left. Much more significant. And then the last one I'm going to show you is to take the left leg out, put the right leg up at the knee. This is called knee down twist. And again, you can take that left hand and hold it on that knee to make this twist, if this one is the right one for you. So go to the one that's right for you. And again, I tell you all the different options so that you can use your intuitive sensory perception to decide, what do you need right now? And it's always like, do you need a variety of action within this hour that we have? Or do you need mostly chilling? Now, I know for me, in the middle of the winter here, I'm not out enough. I'm not exercising as much. And so I need a little bit of a workout. And this partly gets me more motivated to then put on all the warm clothing I'm going to need to go out. I've started to get a little bit like I just don't want to get warm, try to figure out how to be warm out there or protect myself from the wind and rain. So then go to the other side when you're ready. And remember that your shoulders want to be on the floor, your knees can be apart. I'm going to show on the screen just how you put the block behind your back, if that's something that you're interested in. And then you can always put a block between your knees, or a cushion. It can always be a cushion. And you just relax into that. And so go back to the heart full of gratitude and the body full of the light of gratitude. And keep seeing that and the expansion of that. And with every experience you have, and just imagine someone hugging you and transferring that love and that light from that heart of gratitude, to that other person. And just think about someone receiving something from you and receiving from you the light of love and gratitude at the receiving, and then the gratitude, light, and love that they give back. So in this time of power, this time of this incredible change of seasons into winter, into the darkest of the year, and then to have the light come back every day to teach us a little bit more about light. And then to be at a time of great change on the planet. So as you undo from that spinal twist, consider whether you want to have go into the legs up the wall, or reclined goddess. You know, the one I love is this supported reclined goddess. I have to do a little gymnastics to reach all the equipment. And also, you can just put your legs up on a block or a cushion and they kind of float up there. We've been practicing that. But as we come to the end of our practice, so notice as you come to whatever posture you've chosen as your last posture, that your intuition guided you here. Go back to your imagination and see that open heart full of gratitude. Breathe gratitude through your heart so you can imagine you're breathing through the heart and expanding the heart with gratitude. And you can always go to an amazing memory of gratitude. You know, one of the gifts of our amazing thinking from the brain and that ability to create and hold on to memories is partly being able to revisit the amazing, beautiful, life-giving memories. And we're asked at this time of expansion and of coming into our multidimensionality to revisit the good memories. Let go of the ones that aren't good. Fill yourself with the joy and love and beauty of the ones that have brought you to that place of joy and love and beauty. Fill your heart with gratitude for all that you've experienced. All of it. You know, from the spectrum of the opposites, the duality, so that you could know what the middle path is. And that you could also raise your vibration to a higher vibration than even being in the middle. So joy has a vibration higher than happiness. You know, joy has a higher vibration than satisfactory. Satisfactory is kind of right in the middle. Joy and then ecstasy, and there's other vibrational energies between them, but that ecstasy feeling is the feeling of awe. Feeling of it takes my breath away. The feeling of standing on the mountaintop and remembering that I am the mountain and I am strong and steady. And I am space. And I am freedom. I am free. And at the base of the mountain, I see the clear lake. And the clear lake, I reflect things as they are. And as I walk down the mountain, I come to the meadow in the springtime, and I am the flowers. And I feel fresh and new. Imagination, inspiration, intuition, integration. May I be free from suffering and pain. May I be happy and joyful. May I experience compassion and kindness. May I know my true nature, which is love.
May you be free from suffering and pain. May you be happy and joyful. May you experience compassion and kindness. May you know your true nature, which is love. May all beings be free from suffering and pain. May all beings be happy and joyful. May all beings experience compassion and kindness. May all beings know their true nature, which is love. May all of the people who we have a difficult time with be free from suffering and pain. May all of these people that are the most difficult people be happy and joyful. May all of the most difficult people in our lives experience compassion and kindness. May all of the most difficult people in our life know our true nature, which is love. As we embrace all that is, with the freedom from suffering and pain, and the freedom and the ability to be happy and joyful, and to experience compassion and kindness, and to know our true nature, which is love, all is one. Opening our heart and shining our light out so graciously, so full, so sparkling, so colorful, so strong that we can carry as we walk through the world, and we recognize our smile. And we bring a smile into the heart. And this is that smiling meditation onto our face. So smiling, just smile. Yeah. And notice how smiling changes all the muscles of your face. And smile this smile to the whole world, to all of the earth and all beings on the earth, to all that is seen and unseen. As we bring our hearts together, peace, shalom, salam, pak, shanti, pache, mirma, hia, frieden, hang sang. May we all have peace. And may we walk through the world with peace. And may all beings have this peace. And may we make more peace by what we do here. Then take a deep breath in. Let go of this posture, whatever posture it is that you've been in. Notice the release from the posture as we move out of our practice of the physical aspect of this yoga practice. It's really a physical, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, and relational practice. Roll over to your side if you're joining me, or just stay where you need to be. And those of you that needed to leave, we honor you. Press into the hands. It's then onto your hands and knees if that works for you, or however it is for you to come up again, one step at a time. Thank you for being here. And those